Oh, like a whole lot of crazy stuff has happened. I went to the moon. We finally got to do that. I did it again, kind of after getting reset again and again and again. It's like what, number 15 this time? 16? I don't know. Every time we go back to that place, I end up causing lots of ripples. Not really fun. We went to the moon. Instead of going to the library this time, I went to find Quincy instead. I felt like they needed my help in the city, and Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. So always try something new. Well, the moon's full of vampires, which also happen to be moon elves, which I learned a little bit about as I wiggle my ears a little bit. What else? What else? I don't know what happened in the library this time, but usually what happens is Dree and a Tig die, and what happens? Something else. Can't really remember. I just know that the librarian's a little creepy, to me at least. Always has been. But Briar showed up, I think, and that's the first time that's happened. So lots of new things on this go around. We made it back to back to land, the regular planet. The name is escaping me because I'm terrible with names. What else? Feel like I need a little help. I open up my book and I start going through my records. Why does this just say buy new shoes on this note? Oof. I think it's about time I find my brother. Maybe Quincy will be able to help me. Gotta go to the tower. Go see Mom too. That'd be great.
So Ifren, you show up over at Calls after the aftermath of everything. Quincy's there helping some of the refugees that are still left get to their chariots and get set up, and looks to be everything's about wrapping up. The city itself is in ashes and ruin, but the people seem to be okay. And
Hey, nobody's
there.
dead.
Oh,
Not
hey.
a lot of people are dead.
Hey, Ifrin.
Yo, exactly what I was looking to see. What's up? How you doing? You saved a bunch of people as per usual. Looks like it.
Well, I was around, so I thought I'd help out. And anyway, this is Ifrin from the Novatori. Sorry, he's from Team Andromeda with me. This here's Rena. Rena Ademi, right?
Yeah, that's me.
This is a tiny little kid, or is this like?
No.
Well,
He's about 19.
I hold out my prosthetic. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So like, what happened here? You want to give me like a whole story? I'll write it down later.
Well,
yeah, that reminds me. That reminds me about the wedding gift.
Ooh. Yeah. The wedding gift. Quincy kind of like takes a deep breath, sighs a little bit, and then he's like, "You know what? I do still want to do that, Ifrin, if you're still available. At this point in time, I don't know if."
Think of it as more of a thank you for the favor you're about to do me.
You see the young Benai woman, Rena, with her green hair and her blue skin, kind of just punch you right in the side, Quincy. Oh, you didn't tell me that you were getting married.
It's kind of the unfortunate thing right now is that, not entirely sure if I am or not, but, well...
You mean you asked, right?
Well, we were, kind of on track to get married, but then,
Life happened, as invasion started happening, it kind of got put on the back burner.
No, we kind of broke up, I think. Or we're taking a break. I don't know. You know what?
I've been through this, like, I look at my prosthetic hand and I kind of scratch on it a little bit, like 15 times by now, and I've met her 6. None of those times she enjoyed me.
Jolene?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think it is still worth doing. If nothing else, it'd make a nice gift for her anyway.
I don't know. I just don't feel like I have the charisma for it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I mean, if you're busy, Quincy, I can help everyone else get rounded up. It looks like everyone's all good to go.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. Hey, Quincy, come on. I need your help with stuff.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Rena, I'll be seeing you around. And Quincy.
Yeah.
And Quincy magically summons Apple and climbs on top of her. Okay, so where are we going, Ifren?
Am I gonna have to walk? But, bye, Rena. Thank you very much. You seem really sweet.
Hey, yeah, no problem. Oh, we did have a couple of horses that we didn't have enough people to carry with us. If you want to grab one from over there.
I am terrible at riding horses, but yes. And I get on it backwards. I tried to.
Oh boy.
I probably fall off at least twice.
oh dear. You did not tighten the saddle properly. It slid off completely. Oh dear. So what is it you wanted my help with?
Now, as we kind of start walking off, I get a little bit. I do a head shift, and I'm looking around, keeping my head on a swivel, looking around. All right, so we're gonna do something very, very, very dangerous, and we're gonna go to the Blue Tower.
In Boss Ride.
I need your help. It's not in Boss Ride.
Near
It's
Boss Ride.
Claimed territory.
I mean,
Claimed.
as far as
I give it quotes.
As far as Marcus D-Man was concerned, that was basically his territory, but you know how it is, guys.
Kingdoms and egos. Who cares?
Yeah.
I just want to go see my mom and my brother. Kinda feeling it a lot after the last iteration. Is the best way to put it? I don't know.
Quincy, sets Ifren back up right on the horse. Make sure the saddle is tightened properly and is forward facing. All right then. Have nothing else to do. You're my friend, Ifren, so be happy to help out.
Really?
Yeah. My friend.
I don't hear that very often.
Well, I mean, you did.
We're gonna go fight over after this too.
Yeah. You didn't exactly make a good first impression, but I still count you a friend.
I never make a good first impression.
Then I guess it's a good thing you're a time wizard. You get to make your first impression 5 or 6 times.
It is the worst thing ever. As I casually just like completely blow off all of that at that point.
Oh dear. Gonna be a trek.
You know how bad it is introducing yourself every single time and still getting the what is it?
Cold shoulder?
Not necessarily cold shoulder, but more like a little bit of an eye roll.
Oh, okay.
Or cringe face.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
It's not that fun. What? As long as we don't get, like, caught up in any, like, too dangerous fights, I think we should all be okay. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've navigated throughout the wilds for about 4 years on my own, so I know the area well enough.
I mean, I grew up in the area. It's not. It was mainly just in the forest. Yeah, I think I'm only 40 years old, like 44 now.
I mean, I guess that is young for an elf, but
Finding out that moon elf heritage like a couple of times was confusing.
oh, an elf heritage, huh?
A little bit. I mean, I found that out like iteration 2 or 3. I don't remember. Everything kind of pops into my head at the wrong times. Like you remembered things from all the other times we traveled, right?
Yeah, I remember a few things from the future, and yeah, it's
I'm gonna lift up my shirt and I'm gonna look for all the scars from all the stab wounds I've done to myself.
oh dear.
I was just like, oh, I was just, oh, no, put it down. Sorry, I was reminding myself of something.
Yeah, you risk a lot to help us, don't you? Every time.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I think I would.
Yeah, it's just a life.
Well,
You can do whatever you want with life. You can destroy it, or you can make it something amazing. There's and everything in between.
it's a good way to look at things.
It's just balance. That's all I'm trying to do. Balance out all this crazy stuff.
And as you guys are traveling along, moving towards the coast, trying to get to a ship that'll take you across the Cerulean Sea, you all are kind of enjoying the camaraderie of just traveling alongside together. A simplistic goal ahead of you, and not a whole lot of worry outside of that. And as you journey along, you reach a small port near the edge of the Dragon Ring Mountains. And you see a young half-elf woman playing a lute near a ship. Hey, long time no see, Quincy. As you recognize a very dear friend of yours. You would know her as the captain of the ship known as the Lute. But for some reason, her name escapes you. It's just been too long for you to remember it.
Yeah, Captain of the Loot. I'm terribly sorry. I'm usually better with names, but I just can't seem to.
Oh, well, I'm terrible with names. Nice to meet you. I'm Ifren, and I hold out my prosthetic once again.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it was, years ago. I wouldn't expect you to remember too much about me. I did only, get you across the Cerulean Sea the first time. But yeah, no, it's.
No,
Do you need something?
well, I mean, first I'd like
Could
to
you
apologize,
do-
but then the second thing, it was kind weird. For the life of me, I can't remember your name, but I know that I have to get across the Cerulean Sea again, and your ship was the first thing I thought of, and
Yeah, well, you were, what, 17? When we first got you across? Look at you now. You like 29?
Yeah, I mean, technically.
Yeah. You get this one reminder, and that's it. Calliope.
Calliope, yeah. Yeah, Quincy takes out his journal and, like, writes the name Calliope 3 times in a row, so he remembers it. Calliope. Thank you so much. Now, my friend and I here, we need back, the other side of the Cerulean Sea. I know it's dangerous, but I'll be willing to pay you more than your fair share.
Hey. Don't worry about it. Just, be ready to man a gun in case, anyone wants to get dicey.
Will do.
Ooh. You expect? Oh well, duh. Never mind. That's a dumb question to say.
I mean, there is a war going on, you know?
Yeah, I forgot.
You forgot a war was going on?
Yeah, it's just not important to me.
Oh. Nice. Where are we going?
Near the Blue Tower is where we're heading, but we might need to find a hidden port or cove and make our way landward from there.
Well, I can get you into a cove near the Blue Tower, or I can take you to Mira. But if you're going to Mira, that means you're dealing with boss ride. If I get you near the cove, you will have to take a rowboat all the way to shore, and then work on climbing the cliffs up to the Blue Tower. But you won't have to deal with any soldiers.
I mean, both of those kind of work out either way. Be honest, I mean, I could go to Mira and maybe see the old man if he's around. Maybe Mom might actually be at the house, but I doubt it. She's probably up in the tower.
You're from Mira?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the town Mom settled in.
Personally,
at least a little bit off.
Personally, I've never really liked going there. Dad, when I was a kid, he owned a few properties in a few places, and we'd head to Mira for, sales and things like that. But if that's where you want to go, Ifren, then that's where we'll head.
Well, it's a matter of you at this point, dealing with soldiers, or do you want to climb?
I mean, you know what? Because we seem to be at an impasse here, let's flip a coin. Heads, go.
Well, he's gonna pull out his magic coin. He's gonna be like, all right, heads, we go to Mira. Tails, we go straight to the tower. And essentially, I'm gonna roll a d6, and evens is heads, tails is odds. Well, we're going to Mira.
All right.
It lands on. I don't even pick the coin up. I just go pop, pop. It just disappears.
We'll be under your care, Captain.
Right. Well, get on deck and we'll set sail.
Right.
And as you two hop on deck, get to set sail. The sun's already setting, and you two are at the prow of the ship as it's carving through the water. What are you two doing during that time?
I'm enjoying a little bit of the scenery, kind of just doodling in my book a little bit. Mainly about like how the ship is actually moving, but kind of close it up a bit and kind of stare off into space for a while, like not with Usually I got a like smug little grin on my face, but it's been a lot less like of a grin or anything. It's more just a blank expression. Like since before we started going to the moon, since before we even went to the moon.
The sun sets below the waterline. Night fills the air. And the quiet lapping of the water against the sides of the ship, and the lack of any other ships in eyesight, make for a calm and peaceful night. Ifrin, you sit at the prow of the ship, Quincy having headed off to get some sleep. Up there by yourself. When you get a small ping from your internal clock spell. And it just says, Levy's birthday.
Well, that means it's my birthday. It's my birthday today? What is today? I need to
Followed
write-
by another ping. This is my birthday.
Oh man. Oh man.
And then
5 now?
same as every year since you graduated, there's a small ripple through the time stream. A small cupcake with a single candle lands in your hands.
Oh yeah! I forgot it was Cupcake Day! Hold it up. Oh man.
Remember,
Another one. Hey Levy.
you're-
Or not Levy. Hey Quincy. Sorry.
What?
Here, he's gonna walk over to you. He's gonna pull apart some of the cupcake and be like, "Here you go. Try this. They're really
You
good."
woke me up for a cupcake?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Quincy will, I guess, start eat the little bit of a cupcake he was woken up to eat.
I'm like, now you can go back to sleep, and I kind of like pat you on the head, and then I
Thank you.
leave.
It does taste good.
You actually are reminded of all the times that Headmaster Kent had baked the same kind of cupcake, and how every year for all of his graduates' birthdays, he sends out a different cupcake for their birthdays across the time stream.
That old coot is freaking amazing. I wish she could. Man, how many times do I have? I'm gonna have to go ask him how to do that. Just being able to send items through time to people be so useful. Or is it just baked goods? That's a question Ifrin ponders out loud on the deck of the ship after he's back there. Kinda start trancing out a little bit, more or less, but I'm kinda antsy and walking around constantly.
As night continues on, you have the same recurring dream that you've had since everything happened on the moon. Less a dream or a trance, but you can't really think of anything better to describe it. A black circle, followed by a green circle, followed by a white circle, followed by a cyan circle, overlapping in a non-concentric pattern, just slightly off, like a wobble or a spiral. Smaller and smaller, each little circle. Intricately detailed, you can see glimmers, small moments of your life shown through each individual circle, like memories of something you've never lived. some things you wish to live, and some things you hope you never have to live again. As you hop out of this trance, you realize that you've been kind of going about your time on this ship in a half awake, half asleep state, and you see the blue tower looming on the coastline about 170 feet up cliff where the tower starts, and then the tower itself higher still. And you see Quincy there kind of just moving around you, having to have like avoided you every time that you're walking around in this kind of like sleep-like trance.
Oh no, Clappy, I'm sure he's
And,
fine. It's a
Quincy-
time wizard thing, I think.
I would bump into you. Sorry, I was kind of like sleeping for a second. There's like the sleeping.
Longer than a second.
It's been a solid 14 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. We didn't have anything to talk about on the ship besides that.
You were just dead for like, you were just dead still for like 14 days. I mean, I wanted to talk,
I
but
don't know about that. Oh man, I'm just waking up out of this stupor. I don't know. Feel like I'm going through a lot, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. I got other things to worry about.
I guess Quincy is so confused.
Trust me, I am too. Just look at the confused look on your face and then just go, oh, okay. Well, I think I can finally get my head on straight. A little bit. Stretch.
Alright, everybody. Here's Blue Tower, just like you requested.
We were going to Mira.
Quincy, you definitely recall that the decision was to go to the Blue Tower.
Your decision was go to the Blue Tower.
No, because I flipped a coin.
Yeah, and it came up tails.
Is somebody fucking with me? I kind of like look around. All right. I'm now kind of a little bit on edge.
Well, suppose we better get that rowboat lowered down. Thank you again, Captain Clappy.
Yep. Of course.
Thanks, Captain.
Anytime.
I give an offhand salute.
Yeah. Good luck, and I'll meet y'all in Salt Point whenever you're
Yeah.
ready for that pickup.
If you ever need anything from me, you just let me know, okay?
Alright, we'll do.
Now, Quincy, at any point, if I need a gun, do you have an extra one?
Well, don't necessarily have an extra gun, but do have a new gun that I've been that should be very helpful right now. Quincy pulls out a grappling hook gun.
That's actually really
Yeah,
cool.
right? Like we're gonna be scaling the cliffs. This is my first time using it. I'm 99% certain that it will absolutely work perfectly.
The absolute foresight you have is astounding, as I did not even think of that. And I look at my arm. Can we put one of those under my arm?
That would be so cool. I'm kind of a basic mechanic, but I'd at least, be willing to give it a shot.
I got one question for DM, but I want to. Do I see anything glowing, or have I seen anything glowing? Last little bit.
Not anything too weird. Besides the fact that your aura, your temporal aura, has shifted in tone, in like color, just a little bit.
It's usually like a greenish, or is mine blue? Forget which one.
Yours is usually like greenish. Now it's like a weirdly like greenish blue color.
It's a little different. And I'm assuming if I look at the tower is just itself kind of
Yeah,
glowing with all kinds of crazy shit. But
yeah, the tower glows all kinds of crazy colors.
then I was gonna get back to Quincy. You know, I'm gonna go see Tig after this. I want my gun arm.
I think she's pretty hesitant as far as giving you a gun arm.
Why? Y'all don't trust
Hey,
me.
I am more than happy to help try to make a grappling hook arm. I'm not entirely sure if that'll work, but, you know.
Well, I mean, you put a little bit of gravity magic into it, add a little bit of propulsion here towards the hand, and make it grippy, and then like kind of bunch of rope inside.
Yeah.
I think, or some kind of retractable.
I mean, I
spool.
would love to get, like, steel cable, but unfortunately you can only get something like that from Alteris. But, you know, silk rope works well.
Oh, we've been to Alteris.
Well,
We can go again.
I mean, not right now, Ifren. There's a war.
I feel like we're gonna get anywhere we need to go. To be honest.
If you say so. Though we won't get there very fast if you aren't, you know, helping me row.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on. Don't think that just because you're a wizard you can skip out on the physical work.
I actually lift up I do my robes a little bit, and like I got like a little bit of a short sleeve shirt on, and I go, I flex my muscles. I'm like, hey, I work out.
Nice.
I have to.
As you two row along towards the cliff, you realize that you're sitting probably about 170 feet of vertical cliff to the top.
I don't think you
Thankfully, my grappling
Did you
hook
grapple
has
hook?
a range of 160 feet. So we just need to aim, and Quincy will spend a grip point to shoot to do a deadeye shot. A grappling hook
Okay.
attack with advantage.
Okay.
It's a total of 19.
You fire away, and you see the grappling hook sink into the stone cliff and latch itself really nicely in.
Might wanna hold on before we go. You might want to like harness yourself to me, so or something like that.
I'm like just gonna do like a big grip around. I'm gonna come at you from your back, and I'm gonna put one arm over your shoulder and then one arm under like around your waist, and I'm just gonna like latch on.
You might want to use rope, but okay if you're comfortable with that.
I don't have any rope.
Fine. Here's some spare rope that I have. Just use that.
Oh. Okay, I let go of you, and then I go. I start tying myself.
Okay.
I'm not
it's
very
fine if
prepared
you want to
for,
latch on, if that'll make you more comfortable, but the rope will, do a better job holding on.
No, I just figured that thing retracts.
Well, yeah,
right?
it
Or
retracts,
is it just,
obviously,
like-
but I wanted to... It's attached to me, the person holding it, not you. You could potentially fall off. So you attach yourself to me.
I put my hand up, and I put my hand up like I'm about to say something, but then I don't. Okay.
Already. And Quincy activates the retraction mechanism and starts going up.
What's the weight capacity on
I forgot to specify, but I think Quincy would have built it for at least himself and one other person. like, if
Okay.
that makes sense to you, like, he would envision, like, having to do this with Jolene, and would probably err on the side of caution to be like, maybe me and Tig, and then that will... Yeah. He built it for himself and Tig, so that, you know, he wouldn't want to be able to save any member of the Andromeda or Novatori.
Okay. So then all I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to make a strength check. A athletics saving throw, or athletics check, if you will. For Quincy. Ifrin, you can give the help action.
Yeah, I will help, but I can also. I was also looking at what other little spells I could do to. You know,
Can I do a strength
help out.
saving throw? Because I'm proficient in that and not in athletics. Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Oh, nat 20 for a 24.
Yo.
You feel the mechanism in your grappling hook gun just whir to life, and you zip up, probably a little bit too fast.
I'm a lot lighter than Tig.
As you realize that you didn't take into account weight differentials, and so when you built it for you and Tig, you built it to go up at a safe speed for you two, not for anything lighter
I really
than that.
should have made this
And so as
adjustable.
you zip towards the top,
Blast.
you feel the mechanism unlatch as you shoot past the anchor point and go zipping up into the sky about 15 feet above the lip. What do you do? One action each.
As a reaction, I can fire my gun again, so I'm just gonna fire it near the ground, on the lip forward, so that I try to so I pull myself that way.
Okay.
I am
Ifrin, what do you do?
I am gonna do my best to tuck and roll.
You might.
Okay. Make that attack roll again.
Oh,
This time it's at disadvantage.
Is it an acrobatics check?
Mm-hmm. That's an acrobatics check for you,
19.
yes, Ifrin.
That's a 9 for me.
Right. So you, Quincy, you fire into there and you pull yourself and you kind of skid with your heels in the dirt onto the cliff. And Ifrin attempts to do a tuck and roll somersault, but you see he doesn't adjust his position well enough, and he does a tuck and roll over a small rock. He digs right into his back as he stands up. Ow! Ow!
You sure?
I'm okay.
I am a cleric now. I can do some healing spells.
When did you become a holy man?
When Whisper gave me a new gun holster, and before we went to the moon, it was complicated, but here. Quincy will cast Breath of Life, and Ifrin can spend a hit die to heal himself if he needs to. Okay.
No, I'm good. I didn't get hurt. You don't have
It's
to
an
waste your
cantrip,
magic.
actually, but
Does that mean?
it's a nice one.
Oh.
She taught it to me.
Well, that's very interesting.
Uh,
I always want to learn how to fight better.
so
Had a whole idea. You don't know what my first
What was
iteration
that?
was like? Well, it was like I was trying to get my brother to come along with me, so we would be like, a whole time wizard duo, and we're talking as we're walking up to the tower. We were gonna be this monster hunting duo that was gonna, become big and famous throughout the land.
and then, what ended up happening, if you don't mind my asking?
I shrug. Well, I met one group of people, and then it turned out, I don't know, things got reset again. I don't really remember that line. But then I met all you guys. And then I met all you guys.
Oh,
And then I met all you
I get
guys.
it now. Oh.
You stare at the blue tower. You see its familiar entrance. About halfway up the tower. about 75 feet up off the ground, and there are no stairs getting up to it.
Now,
But you, Ifrin, remember how to get up there. As you start walking towards it, and your feet adhere to the side, and your center of gravity shifts.
yeah, I just literally start walking up it, and I really hope I look back at Quincy's face just to get a little bit of a
Like-
drink in.
Whiz.
You're just a
Yeah.
little dumbfounded right there.
Yeah. Do I just
Uh.
Quincy tries to like put his foot on the tower?
You
Oh.
feel your center of gravity
Oh,
shift.
okay.
Yeah.
I,
So this place is gonna fuck with your equilibrium a whole lot.
dear, so much of you makes sense now. It's hard to say, but
As
No,
you
no,
start-
I
you
get it.
start- As you start walking up, right, you reach the top of the entrance. Ifrin, you walk inside, and Quincy, you start to walk up the top of the tower. You get to the top of the entrance, and then you start to walk up the side of the tower, and you get to the top of the entrance, and then you start to walk up the side of the tower, and you get to the top of the entrance, and then you realize that you've been doing this for about 15 times now.
Ifrin, do I need to be invited in or something?
I'm already inside, right?
Yeah, you're already inside. You forgot about the second thing where you have to
Yeah.
have permission from the from the high archmage in order
So-
to
Yeah.
enter.
Is there a little reception desk?
Actually, you see Headmaster Kent not too far away. You can see he's wearing his signature-looking helm that covers almost his entire face.
Headmaster! It's been so long!
Oh,
I have a question. Could you let my friend in?
Sure. Do you make a temporal agreement that he is bound to your entire essence while he is within the tower?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As Quincy, you finally walk up into the tower. You've been doing it for you've been stuck in that loop for about 80 loops now.
Yeah.
Hey, Quincy. Don't do anything bad here, or else.
Quincy takes off
Where
his
else?
hat and nods in respect. Quincy H. Elias. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir.
This is Headmaster.
Headmaster Kent of the Blue Tower. Grand
Headmaster
Archmage
Kent
of the Blue
of
Tower.
Humanity.
I mean, I guessed you weren't important by those, fancy robes and that helmet. It's
pretty amazing
It looks
helmet.
really cool, honestly.
You should see how
Glows?
brightly it glows. Oh no, that's a thing. Only I can see.
So this is
It
your
is, like, blinding.
tower, is it?
Yes, we serve your Manganda very
Yeah.
Intimately,
He's
yeah.
a swell gal. Yeah,
Yeah, I
me
met him.
too.
I met him.
Did you know?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I noticed that your Manganda has been getting more and more involved with mortal
the
affairs lately.
Yeah, it seems like too much crazy stuff is happening, and now, our whole job of neutrality is going out the window.
Unfortunately. And your brother's doing some research into this, journeyed out to a Monteminar temple just outside of Mira.
Just outside of Mira. Awesome.
Did you do anything while you were here, friend? Or...
Is mom? Is my mom here?
Yes, she's up in the research labs.
Okay. Hey, Quincy, can you wait in the
Sure,
lobby?
I can wait here.
And I'll give you a little
Uh.
signal. I'll give you a little signal if
Yeah,
if
okay.
it's cool to come up.
And
And what about Teach? Is Teach around?
Probably in the library, I presume.
Oh, she's gonna be so mad. But what's Levy doing at that temple, and why?
Some research into a project that something to do with about a dream or something like that. He wanted to research where some blue tower magic and white tower magic had coincided together.
I thought that was a big no-no.
It is a big no-no, which is why he's doing the research.
Okay, well, that's who I'm gonna go see next.
Yeah, and Headmaster Kent hands you, Quincy, a small little contraption to keep yourself entertained. You see that it's got a bunch of like rings on it that you can guide through different paths. Every time you try to guide one through a path, if you grab the wrong one, it resets the entire thing.
So have you met
I hate that
Yord
game.
yourself, or?
Yeah. Yes.
At this point, as he starts talking, I'm gonna quietly slip out and make my way to the upstairs towards the library.
You start working your way towards the library. You're seeing a lot of things that you haven't seen in a while because you haven't been back to the tower in quite some time.
Oh man!
And it's honestly kind of hitting you a little bit hard.
I'm gonna pull out an ink pen. I'm gonna pull out a little bit of ink, dip my finger in it as I'm passing one of the little busts that's probably standing around, little mustache on it, and keep walking up. There's several Ifren Wasirs all over different parts of this tower, just hidden very cleverly. Some not so clever.
You enter the library. You can see your mother working at a table. She has grayish hair, kind of flowing down her back. Slightly charcoal gray skin tone, and she's wearing her blue robes that are trimmed with silver, as is denoted by her position as a educator within the Blue Tower. Speciality in reality warping magic.
I don't necessarily say anything. I kind of more or less quietly walk up to where she's not paying
Hello, Ifrin.
And you, as usual, just
You realize that yourself and your brother can do pretty much nothing that surprises me, right?
No, but I will one day. And
Okay.
at this point, I am gonna go up and just give her a hug.
It's good to see you too.
It's been a while. And it's been a lot of iterations too. It's been crazy. Hey, so I got to go to the place in Alteris. You dodge the question very often, but I'd like an actual response. What's the point of that place? Because I activated the machine.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurt a lot. And I lift up. See, I got new scars. Lift up my
At
shoe.
that point in time. Okay. Well, as I'm sure you're aware, our family is very deeply connected to magic in Vittori. Your grandfather and your granduncle had a bit of a falling out. Your granduncle set up shop in Alteris. Opened up Zeref Industries there. And built a device capable of amplifying magic.
Yep. So I did a bad thing. I think I did a very bad thing. And I'm
And
surprised that the tower is not trying to erase me.
you cast a major paradox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's preordained for this circle. Um, no, it's
Why didn't anybody tell me about that?
I don't know.
All the time when people,
Why didn't anyone tell me when I was 6 that I was going to have twin sons?
you were what?
Why didn't anyone tell me when I was 6 that I was going to have twin sons?
Okay, I get it.
Hmm. But we are at a sort of nexus point now. The circles are becoming too small for us to predict. We don't know what's going to happen anymore. We know what's happened previously. We don't have any idea what's going to happen anymore.
Yeah,
Your
neither
brother went to do some research on it, but I haven't heard from him in 7 months.
Mm, Uh, so, what? I mean, I was gonna go hang out with him for a bit anyway, and I wanted to know what I could really do. I'm really lost, and it's been getting harder, a little bit harder
Mhm.
each
Do you
time.
want some blue wizard advice, or do you want some motherly advice? Or do you want a little bit of both?
That one.
Well, as far as the wizard goes, stay vigilant. You know the things that have happened in the past, and you need to understand what everyone has to gain from the choices that they make. Everyone is selfish by nature.
Yeah.
And if you can understand that, then you can understand what choices people may make and how that may affect things. And you have to be the selfless.
Of all the people I've met so far, and I got a buddy downstairs who's. I'm gonna really help him get married this time around. Maybe he can finally get his fiance to like me. But uh, I've been trying to help out all these people with everything they've got going on in their own lives, and I'm putting my own on a back burner. I'm gonna continue doing that for a little bit.
Now, motherly advice, don't do what you just told me you're doing.
What?
You need to put focus into yourself, too. The moment you start to disregard yourself for everyone around you, is the moment that you stop living and just become another abstract entity in the lives of everybody else. You didn't go through everything that you went through as a child, everything you trained for in this tower, just to be a side character in someone else's story. Don't forget to live for yourself.
I was gonna
Have
save.
some fun,
I was gonna save all
and,
that.
potentially, if it aligns with your wants and desires, I would like some grandchildren, or maybe just grand fur babies. I would like maybe like a cat or a dog or a lizard.
I kind of like look off to the side. I don't have the stats for that. But I might think
Out
about
of
getting a cat.
out of the 732 circles that I've observed, about 418 of them you end up with a cat. So
Oh man.
like I said, I can't see any more circles anymore, so I don't know what's going to be coming in the future.
Well, you already know that I have absolutely no idea on how to do any of that. But when it comes to the whole circles thing, I'll go try to make some more. For sure. I'm gonna go talk to Teach after this, but I wanted to see you again because it's been a while. Also, I went to the moon.
Alright.
So where did these come from? As I wiggle my ears.
Well, me, actually.
All the
Or
time.
did you mean the ancestry?
Yeah, that.
That's a story for another time.
That. I just kind of give like a big like, are you serious kind of face. And I shrug. I'm like, okay, I'll save it for later.
Tell you what, after you take care of everything that's coming, and after, let's see, how do I phrase this? After the exchange of arms, ask me to come and see you all at the wedding, and I'll explain everything, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Now, go talk to Teach. I'm sure that they have things that they want to say to you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get hit several times. Also, yelled at. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very
Probably.
scared to go up there. As I look towards the more locked part of the library,
Mm-hmm.
upstairs, I feel a menacing aura already ready for me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mom. It's been too long, and I'll try to keep in touch more. But,
Remember, I expect that invite.
for sure. I'm gonna give her one last hug, and just under the breath, I go, "Love you, Mom."
Love you too. And put some oil on that arm. It squeaks every time you bend.
Okay. I mean, I was trying to get a replacement, but
Just because you're planning on upgrading does not mean you get to just refuse care of the one you have.
okay. I'll get working on it.
As you start heading your way upstairs to the
I am
more
shaking.
locked down tight part of the library.
I am definitely shaking as each step I go upstairs. And when I finally arrive up there, hello?
You feel your entire body explode as you turn into a pile of blocks on the floor. What were you thinking? You're still a pile of blocks, but you can talk.
About what? You gotta give me some context. And can I...
The fact that you have to ask about what?
there's a lot of things that have happened, okay, Teach? Not necessarily in my control.
So Quincy, you're still struggling with this puzzle.
Then Jormungandr showed me a vision of what happened to my parents, and that's when I leapt through the portal. Well, I mean, I gave him a hug first, to thank him, but and that's basically been my experience with Jord. And wow, this is a difficult puzzle.
You see a 6-year-old in novice robes next to you that's doing the same puzzle.
I feel a little insulted, but okay.
Yes, it's a training tool for the young novices who are trying to perceive multiple timelines. It allows you to be able to perceive what it is that you've previously tried, to know that you don't try that again. Think of it like I'm sure you have rogue friends who learn how to disarm traps with confetti traps, yes? It's like that, but here you have a small little puzzle instead of an entire timeline.
I mean, I always figured what you guys and Jord do is pretty difficult, but jeez.
It's, unfortunately, the circles can be a little finicky. So,
Yeah?
why is it that in every circle I have previously envisioned, Alamount is used, either by you, Ralph, or Ifren, but now it is yet to be unsheathed?
I don't know about me and other timelines, but it's an evil sword. I don't think any good can come from using it.
Undoubtedly, yes, it is an evil sword. It has a lot of negative things that it's done throughout the circles, but it's almost always a constant factor in one of your three's iterations. And now it has been just dismissed. It's intriguing. The tighter the circles get, the less I'm able to see what may come, and only able to see what has been.
I just wish I knew where Raph was. Trust him, but I just... Sometimes I feel like I failed him.
Well... Kind of stares off in the distance. "14th layer of the abyss currently.
What?
Not dead. Just there.
He's in the abyss? Does he need help? Do I...
I cannot. He's okay. I cannot give you more information, but I thought it might be helpful for you to know where your friend is.
I mean, I guess that's better than not knowing. I might think he's on the 15th layer of the abyss.
It would be a cakewalk next to the 14th layer.
Is it? I thought.
As we pan back over to Ifren.
Can I stop being blocked now?
Fine. They turn you back into yourself.
So, I'm terrible at pronouncing this name. Magathana? Is that how it was?
Megathania?
Magathania. This is and she's Montaminar. She is the leading expert on graviturgy magic, and created her own new spell entirely. She is a very serious and stern person, and somehow puts up with some of my bullshit. Physically, I cannot describe her, but she's a hard.
You can see she's got this kind of like darker skin complexion, this loose mop of black curls on top of her head, and then these really bright blue eyes. And she's wearing her blue wizard robes with the gold bands around the wrist, which signifies her speciality in what is essentially higher echelon forms of transmutation.
So
Honestly, first off, the sword. Second, the moon. Third, the taco. Fourth, the machine. Fifth, I could keep going on and on.
Well, which part about the sword? The part where I didn't grab it that time? Or, what about the moon where I went right instead of left?
Honestly, I approve of that choice. You did exactly what your training told you to do, and you found an alternate path. Path that still led to progression. However,
The machine was kind of an all or nothing deal at that point. I was fully expecting to die out of all that.
I mean, you shattered a circle, Ifren. That entire circle is just gone. There are
And it
only a
really was.
few. You're only a few survivors from that entire iteration that are sprinkled throughout the entirety of the circles. And I mean, there's gonna be ramifications to that.
I'll, I'll bear the responsibility. It was my fault. There has to be some way I can fix it, right? Why I came to you.
As I'm sure Master Kent has already told you.
He doesn't talk to me, but he did
Yeah.
send me a wonderful cupcake.
The circles are getting tighter.
Yeah,
Not many of us can perceive them anymore. Even Headmaster Kent is having a hard time perceiving some of the events that are supposed to unfold in the future. However, your brother came up with a theory and went to research it. We have a feeling that your brother's research may hold the key to fixing this problem with time. Something Jormungandr himself has been looking for eons. A way to persist beyond the end.
that doesn't sound like... Well, but then again, keeping the serpents alive is everything we need. Well, I'm for sure was planning on already going to see Bro.
Well, you definitely should. And I am proud of you for your choices on the map. Everything you decided to do. And I can see how far you've come. I'm angry at you for the stupid choices you've made along the way.
It's like what? I would like to avoid them this time around.
Honestly, stop eating tacos from the strip club.
I don't even go to those places.
You literally died there.
But that place was a strip club?
Yes.
Man, my spatial awareness is not that great. Just realizing that something I should work on is...
I do have a gift for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've been preparing it and have it all.
I'm gonna slowly step closer to her, getting within about... I'm getting within arm's reach of her, and I'm waiting to get pelted by things. Kind of looking around, just trying to expect it.
Now, use the spell with a very careful timing. Okay? I believe that it's imperative that you have this spell, but it's up to you to decide when you use it. What I can say is that to be careful. As she hands you the scroll with all the instructions and all the necessary material components to cast this spell once. As you read the name of the spell up top. ensnarement.
Oh, this is that big ceiling one I heard rumors about, right?
Yeah. Don't make me regret this.
What? What am I supposed to know what to seal? Who am I supposed to know what to seal? I'd have an idea, I think.
None of us know anymore, Ifrin. The circles are too tight. Now, I would suggest you go and speak to Levy.
Okay. Thanks, Teach. I'm sorry, I'm a giant jackass.
You know what? If you succeed in this next mission, come back to the tower, and I'll teach you that spell that you keep pestering me about. You know, mind spin?
Ooh, really now?
If you succeed.
Well, I'll probably fail a bunch along the way, but I'll be back, and the smug smile now returns to my face. Now there's only... I give Teach a nice, polite bow, and I kind of turn around in nice little wave. I go, I gotta go get my board friend in the lobby now. But thank you, and out of eyeshot of her once I start walking down, if I see any pictures of her, I'm once again going to pull out my ink quill and small mustache and go away.
So you go as soon as you go to like put the small mustache there, your pen turns into a worm in your hand. Don't, Ifrin. You did enough already.
Again smile and chuckle to myself and start heading down towards the lobby.
Yeah. As you see the eyes from the picture that you're about to draw and blink.
I give it a wink and then I fucking take off.
Right. And you get back to the lobby and you see Master Kent there just enjoying watching.
I've rolled a
Quincy
19
roll with this
pure
puzzle.
intelligence check. Does Quincy figure anything out?
You get all the way until the last ring every time, but you can't figure out
Dang,
what
nabbit.
you need to do with the
Again,
last ring.
hold on.
And every time you get to the last ring, and you do something wrong, it resets all the way back to the
Okay,
beginning.
hold on. I almost got it. Right there. Dang it! Okay, hold on.
Hey, no, you're doing it wrong. That's not the path. No, you keep starting at the wrong
to
path.
the end, and then it...
That's the trick. It's a false path, just to make you think.
Okay.
Look, I first try it right, like without even looking.
Yeah, you see Ifrin pick it up and just finagle all the things like a speed solving a Rubik's cube, and it just all the rings fall off.
Okay, well, don't I feel foolish?
Oh, you're fine, Quincy. It's a
I
chronomancer thing.
suppose.
You got a lot farther than those who don't have the gift of chronomancy got. So take that as the token of your
Thank
your
you.
intelligence.
Well, take it that you need to be going now.
Yeah, had a little bit of a good time. Sucks that you can't come upstairs.
Quincy
or
looks
anything,
up at like the
but,
MC Escher of stairs and pathways up through the tower, and he's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Should see
Ifrin, do you want the dramatic exit?
Don't I always take the dramatic exit?
All right. You see him conjure a
Before that,
extremely.
the cupcake. And next time, send me the recipe.
You know I don't send the recipes. I don't share my secrets. Not my baking, my magic. As he creates a silver coffin, shoves both of you in it, slams the door, and then shoots it out the side of the outside of the door as you go sailing through. And you feel
Why did he
the
shove us in a
coffin just
coffin?
flying through the air.
I am like, without a doubt, having a whole lot of fun.
So confused. Is he trying to kill us?
You feel the coffin land on something soft and slide down to a stop. As the coffin disappears, and you can see a dune that appeared up out of the ground, curved like a slide, and then lays back down. And you are about a quarter mile away from the tower. No, a quarter mile away from the tower.
We're heading towards Mira.
Okay.
That was a whole lot of fun. I take it like every single time. Sometimes it's a little different though.
Oh.
There's one time I got thrown out of a cannon. Or I got thrown by a golem one time and shot out of a cannon.
I think I can summon Apple. Quincy will summon Apple, climb up, and just offer Ifren a hand. You can just ride on the back.
Okay.
Yep.
Awkwardly shuffle up.
You two pick off to Mira. It's not too long of a ride, pretty quiet. Not a whole lot going on.
Like one question that ponders into my head that I would just be thinking: is my mom a vampire? She's looking a little pale.
As you journey along, before reaching Mira, you can see the Mon Teminar Temple.
Okay.
Oh, that's where we're going.
And you also see Trover sprinting out of Mira, holding a satchel over his shoulder.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Where?
Hi guys, run!
What are you guys doing? As you see,
no.
you see 10 mounted boss ride cavalry.
Trover,
start
can
coming
you
out
meet
of
us
the
at the
city.
temple? We need to get to the temple.
Alright, I'm going as fast as my legs can carry me, and he's like booking it.
I will stand. I will like shakily stand up on top of like, Apple, and I'm like holding on to Quincy at the same time. I pull my staff out, and I getting ready to start. Are they all grouped together? Like
They're riding in a formation.
Are they at 120 feet or farther from us?
They're farther than that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get ready. You guys,
Okay. Okay.
Start riding
you'll
fast,
just
riding
spur
fast.
Apple to start running.
So yeah, you see Trover almost managed to keep up with you, and then Apple spurs off, and you kind of lose Trover a little bit. As you all managed to get to the base of the temple first, and because of the distance and Apple's speed, the cavalry's a little bit farther behind. By the time Trover gets there, they're about 250 feet away. What are you guys doing?
What's going on?
Trevor, you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Yeah, what's going on? But
Well, I
let's
made
get
them
back.
angry. And I hold up the
You guys feel like
Here
you
you
should
go.
Yeah,
probably
let's get in the
you guys feel like you
temple.
should probably get inside quickly.
Okay,
I'm gonna go try and smash it open.
Yeah, the temple door just opens right in front of you, Ifren.
Oh well, I immediately walk in.
And
yeah.
Quincy and Trover, you walk in as well.
Oh, I'm going in.
All right. So the temple door closes right behind you,
Okay.
and You are now holding the satchel that Trover had. Quincy.
They're very angry
what's-
that I took
What is
that,
it?
just for
Quincy
reference.
will open up the satchel.
So you open it, and it's a bunch of. You can see that they have a stamp on the inner cover that says the Library of Zazura, Arcane, the Brium Athenium.
They were trying to burn some books from a library that my friend
Yeah.
Briar was talking about, so
Oh,
I stole as much as I could.
yeah.
Well,
Thank you,
good.
Trover.
Burning
That's-
books is bad.
Well, these are the ones that are air quotes not legal by
Marcus Steamhand.
what's his butt. Oh, and Quincy, I have a question. How are Jolene
Yeah,
and
they're
Angela
they're
doing?
both doing fine.
Yeah, hey,
Jolene, is taking care of Angela. Yeah.
I raised my hand.
I haven't seen him since the tower incident.
And I
since
thank
I
you
got
for
him out of there.
Yes, Ifrin.
So I've heard that name a few times, but it's not really ringing any bells right now. Marcus Damon. What? I get it. He's like the whole leader of
He's
Ross Rye, but like,
immortal.
what's his deal?
No, we've been. The people of Boss Rye have been. Well, I mean, there's a history of rebellion in Boss Rye. A lot of people have tried to
He's
kill
kind
him,
of-
but it never sticks. He comes
Yeah.
back. And, rules the place all over again.
Immortality.
Yes, he always comes back, and apparently, according to Briar, only the
Yeah.
Wanderer and the Darken know. But I've after helping the monks and doing some stuff in Douglas, I met someone, and then I've just been kind of meandering around him, but was actually about to head back to Douglas here
yeah.
shortly.
Well, you can help us with this temple, since we're in a Montamidar temple and these things don't open for anybody but who they're supposed to open for.
As you hear a clatter of metal coming from the main chamber, just down the stairway.
Hey, and that's that idiot.
Who you referring to?
No,
You can hear Levy kind of very angrily shouting at the books.
Oh, no! Dang it.
You guys are gonna meet somebody who is very different from me. Slowly he's gonna try and sneak around, and
As you enter this room, you see it's a large room. You can see that on one side there is a giant stone mural, intricately carved. On the other side there is an entire shelf of books. And then on the back side, from the furthest away from the stairs, on the opposite side of where the stairs you came down is, there is a metal circle, followed by another metal circle, followed by another that are smaller in size each time, that look like they're able to spin. The mural, you can see, is a depiction of events. You can recognize some of the events. And they kind of start on the left-hand side. You can see that there's big key things like the planting of Elmarin, you can see the destruction of Valnuret, you can see the rise of the Blood Court, you can see the founding of the Kingdom of Vandra, you can see the Bronze Tower landing on the moon. And you can finally see Jormungandr encircling the entirety of Vittore. And then it loops back over to the beginning. Like a giant circle. And you see Levy there, angrily looking at this giant pile of books, at this impromptu desk that was made, with notes everywhere, and very frizzled looking hair, and what looks to be 4 or 5 empty bottles of potions of stamina.
Uh, you know,
Uh,
sometimes you should take a
Levi.
rest.
At this moment, kind of straightens up and he turns and he looks at Ifrin. Calmly, calmly sets his
Hey,
book
bro.
down,
It's
pulls
been a
his
while.
hair back, and punches Ifrin in the face. Yep, and we cross counter because we always
cross
do.
counter at that point.
Is that a normal greeting for
Yes,
you
about
two?
as normal as.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
Like-
And Trover pulls a gourd off his hip, uncorks it, and just starts drinking.
Levi.
hi, Levy.
Yes, it has been a while.
It's been a while. I would like to introduce you to my buddy Trover here. He's drinking, this is a cowboy.
Levi
His name is
gets
Quincy.
like really close to Quincy's face, and Quincy kind of leans back a little. He's like, pleasure to meet you. A cowboy, Scar, name is Quincy. You wouldn't happen to have hugged Jormungandr at some point, have you? Yeah, I have? I guess you're one of the exceptions then. Exceptions to what? Just see me in 20 years, I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, he's cryptic like that. Don't.
And you're
Be
not
into it at
cryptic,
all.
Ifrin.
Hey, so I'm gonna help you out.
Yo, you know this is not actually very cryptic. It's just secrets and circles.
Trover points at the wall.
Speaking of circles, so apparently I might have fucked up a whole lot.
Oh, you mean what happened when we had to come here? That was a very good day, and I never did say thank you again for bringing us.
What are you talking about when we were at the
The portal, the crystal, everything was collapsing. That shenaniganry.
Hey, did you get the chance to paradox or no? I'm looking right at Levy.
Paradox. Well...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been doing my research into other time magics. Specifically how to change a person's age at will. But I have to say, before you ask, Jormungandr gave me very explicit instructions that I am not to do it more than once for each person's lifetime. Except, you know, in the case of, like, dark, evil curses. The exception is that cowboy over there. What? Yeah, yes. I was told...
Here's a question.
Yes,
You said
Levi.
Levi,
Yes, it is
correct?
pronounced Levi.
I want to make sure I say it correctly. All right.
Is Levy.
What if, per se, you met a cauldron born with graceful
Well,
aging that you couldn't
I
tell
mean,
if
the
they
rule
aged?
still stands. Each person gets one. Except that cowboy, apparently. He can visit me a few times. Jormungandr said so. And I am already bending his rules a bit to even allow this much. So, do not ask. I will literally... No. The answer is no.
Well, you get to. I guess you get to
yes,
take point on this, or do I get to take point? I talked to Mom and Teach
how are
and
they?
the headmaster, which. Well, it's been a
Right.
lot longer
I just
since I've
just
seen
meant
Mom
like
than
if
you
there were
have,
any
probably,
new developments,
so that was nice.
because there's a war going on in the world. I've been in this
There's a war
temple
going
for
on?
7 months, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
How do you know less than I do? Well, I mean, then again, I should say, knowing less than me is
Sometimes I
a
just don't pay attention.
comfortable position for you. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you did.
Went to the
How was
moon.
it?
It was all right. Figured out where
Huh.
our ears come from.
Yes, that would make sense as far as I've
Kind
been
of.
able to track.
Uh,
Yes.
I am kind of curious about all
there's
the stuff you found out about, Dad's side of stuff, but we can hold off on that for later. What about the main thing that we're kind of looking for as I open up a book and I
Yes.
kind of start flipping through everything?
Well, there's so much to go through, but I guess we should talk about what I've learned here. He turns to look at these, like, metal circles. Each of these circles, they are overlapping. They are a series of concentric circles, these overlapping timelines. They're arranged like a spiral that wobbles back and forth. Every time it's a little bit different, or sometimes it's a lot different, but the main thing is that when we get to the end, Jormungandr saves everyone from the void at the end by resetting time over and over. And this is what is creating the pattern, these circles. It is Jormungandr resetting the timeline back to the beginning.
And we have to make it to where it's no longer just
Yes,
resetting.
as far as
and we're
I've been
moving
able
forward,
to
right?
puzzle. And
Hey, these rings look like the ones at the
yes,
the
they
shop.
do.
in Alteris.
I don't
they?
think that's a coincidence. 'Cause
Which means, you know, Dad, I think, our father, and grandfather and stuff. They all
they probably did.
knew about this kind of
But
stuff
nice
too,
if
right?
they didn't neglect to tell us.
Well, I mean, they kind of.
Right.
Nobody even knows where they are.
Right.
Well, based off.
I am aware of my
activated the
memories
machine.
from the other timelines, yes.
Wow.
I
You also get to keep them?
received a lot from Jormungandr in my instruction for that specific. It's a complicated story. I don't want to get into it. So void after the end.
Yeah. Usually.
If we can stop at, line can continue.
What is that? The void
That
at the
is-
end, or void after the end?
That's what I've been struggling
said?
to figure out here.
Neat. What did Jormungandr say that it was here?
I know the answer.
I mean, you got a
is here.
better connection with him than I do.
I haven't fully figured it out yet, but I will.
All right, I'm gonna start like wandering around the room, getting every little bit of detail I can from it. Does it seem like I can arrange these circles to kind of fit the machine?
Make an investigation check.
Wow.
Levi will
That's
help
a-
you
that's a
by
10,
telling you
unless
the
anybody wants
stuff
to
he's
help.
done before that didn't work.
I went to look at the books and I got a 13. So I don't think I recognize anything.
That's a 17 total then.
So for one, you're able to find a sort of smooth spot where when you rotate the ring and you let it sit on that spot, the ring will then allow itself to shift and rotate on the top and bottom to become, instead of a 2D rendering, a 3D rendering, where now the rings are moving out like that as you're able to start maneuvering them and manipulating them into creating endless rings that overlap on top of each other.
Have you done this?
A little, but I've never really
mess around
what?
with it.
Nope. Yeah, no, you never got to the point where you would get them to, like, you know that they rotated left and right, but you never got them to pop
did
up
not
off the
get
wall
them to
like
pop
that.
off the wall. Ooh, congratulations, I suppose. You know, I've only been here for 7 months.
I mean, sometimes it just
I
takes us working
suppose.
together, right? But did you ride
Well,
Hook
you know,
get even
I've been
stronger?
doing some practicing. Got a new sword to use and all, and see Levi is holding a onyx black scimitar with sort of diamond edge, and the pommel of it is has the head of a phoenix, and in the center there's this dark red gem. You've seen it before from like the Time After Time. It's the scimitar. That's a
Mm-hmm.
And as you rotate these rings, you unleash the final ring, and a small looking box inside the wall shoots out just a little bit, and you can see a handle, like a drawer that slides out from the wall.
Is this a giant file cabinet? As I grab onto it and I start opening it up.
As you pull it out, there is something wrapped in cloth inside the box.
I make it float, and I make it slowly like unravel.
As you can see, a very intricate staff. One that you recognize vaguely. It's not the staff of one, but on a previous circle, you saw this staff, but you never used it.
Do I know who it was used by? Or do I remember? Can I do a history check to see if I remember where?
Sure, do a history check.
That is a 21.
As you recall that this was previously used in a different circle that you viewed by your brother. You remember it just like a sliver of a memory. And
Hey.
Levi, you don't remember this, but you remember it, Ifren. Sliver of a memory, fractured and only able to recall just a snippet. Like, you remember that there was chains. And you remember Levy striking the chain with the staff. And you remember a golden blade and a silver one striking the chain at the same time. And then the memory fades.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the staff. This is. Hey, do you know what this staff is? The one.
I know what
is,
the
as I
one
look at Levy?
staff is, right? Yes, I'm familiar.
The
I'm
staff of the
familiar
one,
with
yeah.
that staff, but not this.
But this is not it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it looks kind of the same,
Yes.
except for all this part right here. Um, but I got a vague memory of this, and I don't necessarily know what it's gonna go to, but
I
it's gonna be
think
very
so
important.
too.
I look at the weapons everybody's holding. I know Trover's just got his fists.
I've also still got my Makoito on the back.
What color is it?
It's a wooden one with, you can probably see one of the metal rings with a name inscribed on it close to the handle sticking above my red shoulder.
Hmm. I think I'm gonna take this one with me this time around. Maybe it'll be neat to do it. As I kind of does this staff do I feel any crazy hums off of it?
Well, for one, it feels heavy. Not in the sense of its physical weight, like its arcane weight.
There's a,
There's a lot of reserves in there.
there's a whole lot of medics stored in this thing.
Perhaps the Montaminar knew that it would be needed this time. This ring.
Well, if Teach and what our headmaster and mom's even saying, this is the last circle. We might
And-
not get another chance.
In that case, yes, the beaver is gone.
At least we know the
They-
beaver's gone.
If this is the
But Levi, as soon as you hear Ifren say that this might be the last circle, something dawns on you that you never thought of in your previous times. As you kind of maneuver your way over towards the same rings, and you rotate the innermost circle to a full 180 degrees, and as the ring pops off, you pull out a long, slender piece of metal. Same kind of metal as the rings. But this time it's not a circle, it's a line.
line. Can I pull it out?
Yeah, you pull it out.
Not sure.
What is that?
Can I cast Identify on this?
Sure. As you do, you hear your identify spell, which is one of the few no-nonsense identify spells. This is your identify spell. And the item that you've casted identify on is a large sheet of celestial gold. Outside of that, this item bears no magical properties and no enchantments.
Celestial gold.
This has been another use of your identify spell.
I feel like that's going to be heavily important. It looks like just like a big line, or does it look like kind of like a big ingot?
Like it's like a
Can I
big
put
line,
it
like it's stretched
into the
thin.
machine in a way, like in this?
No, it looks like this machine
Bar
was a
of
housing
celestial
unit for these
gold.
two things.
Hmm. How long is it?
Oh boy.
It's about 10 feet long.
Wow.
Celestial
What
gold
exactly is that? Why is it
material
weird?
that it has certain magical properties, is the best way to explain it.
Can we make a sword out of it?
Probably.
As I'm just kinda staring at it?
I'll definitely want to use more spells to confirm that that is the upper usage of this, but I don't. I think that would be the direction to start heading towards.
As you all continue just figuring out what to do and planning,
Oh yeah, by the way, guys,
everyone.
there's some people outside who
Yeah.
probably aren't going to be too happy with
and
this, so we
before
better start
you
blasting as
reminding
soon
us
as we
of
get out.
something reminded me of something. You cowboy. Yeah. I met someone who looks basically just like you, but a woman near Bogsborough. Was that like your sister or something? What? No, I'm an only child as far as I know. Weird. She had like a scar on her face just like yours. You know, full cowboy hat. She's basically wearing the same thing, only she was hot. Thanks. Hey, unlike you, I
Womanizer.
can actually successfully ask a woman out on a date.
Not my fault that people don't like the words that come out of my face.
As you all go about everything,
The-
getting everything all set up and everything handled with these items,
whole.
with these
So
choices.
how can we bring this out of here?
Well, you wait out the boss rush soldiers and they disappear, and eventually you all do manage to get out of here. After years of preparing and planning, Ifrin, you have a plan of what it is that you plan to do. And it's going to take the Supreme Commander, Ifrin Twinstar, to do it.
Yeah, I've decided from now on, Quincy, you need to back me up on this since we're at war. I feel like I should be the Supreme Commander, but at the same time,
I mean, if you
I don't
want
wanna
a
be in charge of
title that
anybody.
doesn't confer any kind of status, I can't exactly stop you.
I just think it sounds
Yeah.
really cool. I mean, if we're at war, we're at war, right? I should take it a
Yeah.
little seriously,
Um,
even though I think it's stupid.
yeah?
So, I have a question for you two.
What's
Is
up,
this your
Trevor?
first time in war?
As you can see, like a different look is over his face as he's
Well-
remembering something, as he's asking this
I
question.
mean, I suppose technically, but, you know, living in Bossrai and being at war isn't too different. And Levi says, I've been through a number of wars. And also none, because of time.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like every day is war. You know, just with life and what's happening around on our outside.
That's
It's called
almost
chaos,
profound.
and it rules all of us.
You take a look at the mural again, Ifrin, and
Get a
as you
hint.
do, you focus in on one spot. A knight, clad in bronze, rusted and decrepit-looking armor,
Hmm.
destroying a throne with his sword.